Hello. When did we all get so busy? It used to be that if you asked somebody how they were, they would reply with, "I'm very well, thank you." Now the default reply is busy. If you're feeling busy and overwhelmed, I'm here to help you. I've made it my mission to help you do less overall. I want you to do more of the stuff that counts, but overall, I want you doing less work if that's okay, and I want you to feel that you're winning more. So if busy and overwhelmed are your default state, stay tuned. I've got some tips that might just help you. Welcome. I'm a busy guy. My full-time job is to act as a small business coach, so I help people build businesses. On top of that, I'm a small business owner myself, and I'm also the father to two very naughty, beautiful adopted children, and I'm the primary carer for them as well. So I've got lots going on in my life. I pack an awful lot into the time that I have here on Earth, and I don't always get the balance right. I don't know about you, but I feel stress and pressure just in the area around the solar plexus, just above my not inconsiderable tummy. So there are times when I can feel that knot starting to build, and if things are out of kilter and I'm feeling very overwhelmed, it's almost overwhelming, the pressure. It's almost like somebody sitting on top of my stomach, pushing down, and the only thing I can do is stand in front of the fridge and eat cheesecake and cry. But most of the time I try and get it right. I want to share with you some tips that I have on how we can get life back in balance and do a little bit less when we're feeling overwhelmed. My name is Phil Jackson. I'm a small business coach, and I've dedicated the rest of my career to helping small business owners like you build the businesses that you enjoy. So what do we do when we're feeling overwhelmed? What do we do when there's just too much on our plates? Well, first up, I want you to get really crystal clear around what it is that you want to achieve. Now, I'm not talking in the short term, okay? I'm not talking about what you want to achieve today or this week, this month, or maybe even for most of this year. It's not that kind of goal setting. I want you to go back. I want you to have a look at what you want this year to be like. I want you to see how that fits into your 5-year plan, and I want you to see how that fits into the ambitions that you have for your life. Because when we have real clarity around what it is that we want to achieve in life, when we can see how those shorter term goals are feeding forward and feeding those longer term ambitions, that makes it so much easier to prioritize. It's so much easier to see through the clutter of the overwhelm just to those things that are going to help us achieve our goals. So go back, take some time to reflect, take some time to journal or meditate if that's your style, and figure out what it is that you want to achieve in life. Then we can revisit what it is that you have to do this week or today and figure out whether it's going to support those longer term goals. Point number 2, once you have that clarity, I need you to get much more guarded around your time. Either use your diary or your phone if that's the way that you organise your day. And once you've put those priorities in, once you've identified that they are vital for you having an excellent year and supporting those life goals, you've got to defend them to the hilt. You can't let other people's priorities elbow yours out of the way and intrude on the things that you've identified as important and diarised. So once it makes it into my diary, that's it. There is no negotiation. Short of somebody's house burning down or a family emergency, nothing gets in the way of how I've blocked out my time. And you need to defend your time as well. Be a little bit more selfish, which brings me on to point number 3. I need you to say no an awful lot more. The quickest way to reduce overwhelm, the quickest way to reduce anxiety around having just too much to do in a week is to stop taking so much on. Yes, that may mean that you need to revisit your short and medium term goals and scale back your achievements slightly. But for goodness sake, isn't it better that it takes us a bit longer to get to a destination, but we enjoy the journey a little bit more? Or we get to that destination not feeling completely overwhelmed, not feeling completely burnt out, and we can actually enjoy the view when we get there? So turn some stuff away. If it doesn't fit into your priorities, you shouldn't be taking it on in the first place, but I just need you to say no. And actually what I've realised, even on a very social level, even when people are inviting you to things that they think you would enjoy, even if they're inviting you to things that you would enjoy, guess what? If you say no straight away, it's fine. I kind of have this very British thing where we don't want to offend people, so I end up saying things like, I'll think about it, or I'll see how I feel about it next week, in the hope that maybe they'll withdraw the invitation in between times or forget that they'd invited me at all. What I've noticed though is if somebody invites you to something, you say, actually I'm really busy at the moment, do you mind if I don't come? And do that very quickly. They don't get offended anyway. It's almost less rude to say no straight away rather than keep people strung along in the hope that you may or may not turn up. I hope that's been useful to you. 3 short tips on how to reduce overwhelm. If you need some more personalised help, please reach out to me. It's coaching@philjackson.me. I would love to hear from you. I would love to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. Don't forget to subscribe. I do a broadcast like this every single week, and I would hate you to miss out on the content that I'm sharing. If you've already subscribed, I will speak to you again next week. Take care.